So, MacBooks. They're expensive. In fact, the cheapest one you can buy new from Apple right now is still $1,000, and it's from 3 years ago. This prices out many people, including me, from buying a Mac laptop. Buying used MacBooks that are still in production is an option, but it's still quite expensive. The prices for an M1 MacBook Air, the same 3-year-old model I mentioned before, is around $600 on the used market for one that doesn't have anything actively wrong with it. And that's the base spec, 256GB SSD, 8 gigs of RAM, but if you're willing to make some sacrifices, you can get a MacBook for much less. So what the hell am I talking about? I'm talking about 2010 through 2015 MacBook Pros. Despite their age, these machines still have a lot of life left in them, and with some strategic upgrades and a good deal, you can get yourself a useful computer that runs modern software. Of course, this isn't going to be a guide on how to get the best deals on these laptops and upgrade them. Rather, I'm simply documenting my own journey servicing and upgrading one of my own. So I'll do a quick rundown on the specs. This is my mom's old laptop. She abandoned it quite a while ago, and it's pretty much sat dormant with no one using it. It's an early 2011 13-inch MacBook Pro with a Core i5, 6 gigs of RAM, upgraded from 4, and a 500GB spinning platter. Not a great first impression, but we can fix this guy up. Here are the parts I plan to install. As you can see, we have a Samsung 870 EVO 1TB, 16 gigs of RAM from OWC, and a new battery and feet from iFixit. The battery and feet were in their FixKit configuration. This selection totaled $185. So, to begin to add the parts in the computer, we first need to unbox the stuff. So, here's the drive. See if I can get this open. Alright, let's use scissors. Try to keep this in frame. Yeah, looks good. Seriously? Damn it, Samsung. Alright, there it is. I really mangled that packaging. Well, whatever the case, we're in. And that is the manual for the drive. Installation guide, don't need that. And here she is. It's underwhelming. You can't say I didn't expect this, but here it is. So, package put that over here. I'm gonna unbox the battery later because we don't need it right now. I'm installing that later. I'll explain why after we install the parts. These are OWC RAM. Oh, it's got the toothpaste packaging. Tear across dotted line. Toothbrush packaging, not toothpaste. This part's completely unscripted, so I'm kind of just going off whatever. Dotted line. OWC. Alright, we have it on. Sorry for what I'm doing this. Pops right out. Alright, here's our 2 RAM modules. Put those over there. And we also need the feet, which are right here. I mean, yeah. The pads we'll need. Adhesive tape removal and alcohol prep, along with stickers, this thing with the bits we need to open it, Phillips 00, and the tweezers. And the feet themselves in this baggie, which I won't open. But yeah, that should be everything we need for installing these parts. So, let's get to that. So, here's the laptop. Start of the show here. We have our drive. Just watch me unbox this stuff. RAM, all of the feet, and prep pads, and adhesive removal we need. So, start. I'm going to install the feet first, but we need to open the laptop. I have my screw boxes here. I don't think you can see them right now, but they're there. Apparently, I learned on the website. I disassembled this before, but I didn't read a guide. Some of the smaller screws are shouldered and some aren't, which I didn't actually notice before. Yeah, I'm taking this apart now. I'm gonna see if I can match the screws back correctly this time. But they all look pretty much the same to me. This is a magnetic bit, which is nice. Yeah, I don't see a difference. No, wait, no, I see it. I see it. Yeah, okay. I'll make sure to install those correctly next time, but from what I could tell, it didn't make much of a difference. What will make a difference is these longer screws. Don't want to put these guys in the wrong place. They'll be poking up through the top of your computer. Just have one left down here. Still in frame? Alright. So, I have a repair guide pulled up on my main PC. Oh, my main PC just went to sleep, so let me open that back up. I have that. So yeah, the shouldered ones are in specific places, and then shouldered ones are at the bottom, and the rest of them are like at the sides and top. So now we need to just have that. I mean, I can tell behind them, they're all in the same case. Now we need to pry open the top. Here we are. It's the inside of a MacBook. Right. That. Alright. So we're gonna do the feet replacement. So, alright, I just installed the feet. It was kind of difficult, but I got them in, and now we have some brand spanking new feet. It's pretty good. Gonna push them down a little bit more, but say we are looking good. So now we need to install the actual parts. So let me open up the guide for the. We're doing RAM replacement first. RAM. Yeah, there we go. RAM replacement. So it's already open. And now we need to use the spudger to remove the battery connector. That would be found in the battery box. So it looks like we are opening this. Alright, surprise unboxing, guys. So here we have the box of the battery. Need to open this now, I guess. Forgot about the spudger. This is the battery itself, but we don't need that yet. Need the tools. That's just about all that's in there, so that's cool. Yes, leave that off to the side. And we have the tools for this now. Here's my tri-point bits. Oh, bits and driver handle, that makes sense. Oh, we don't need that right now. It also has the battery. Alright. Now, let's move our screw bins back over here. And MacBook right here. It's a little bit messy. Get this in frame. Oh. Okay, here we are. I have the spudger. I can remove the battery connector. Slightly to each side till it pops up. Just like that. And we'll bend it backwards just so it doesn't connect. This battery's trash anyway, so it doesn't really matter. And it's good. So now, battery disconnected. Need to remove the retaining arms. Alright, memory's out. Install our new stuff. So, there's our OWC RAM, 16 gigs. It's max this computer can accept, so wondering why I got a 1 terabyte SSD for this thing. It might be overkill. I plan to triple boot it, so at that point it really isn't. Oh god, it popped out as well. Okay, some issues here. Need to do the retaining clips. I think that's in. It doesn't look all the way in. Okay, I need to. Okay, I need to get this in here. And then do the. This is still in frame. Yes, it is. Okay. That in? Looks in. Doesn't look like the pins. I think the pins are banging out. Yeah, it looks fine. All right, cool. Now, cool. So, RAM's in. Now we need get out the hard drive. Case is open. Batteries disconnected. Need to unscrew the hard drive. I can do that with my Y0 screwdriver. Again, I'll be able to tell the difference. These ones are matte black, the other ones are like silver and shit. So I can just this piece, these screws aren't meant to come out of this piece, so just take these out and this will lift right out. Now I need to use the tab, pull it out. This isn't fully removed yet. You need to be careful of the good ribbon cable. Let's go to step 8. Pull the hard drive cable away from the hard drive. Okay, goddammit, how do I do this? Slow and steady. Tortoise in the hair. Going. Alright, nice. So we have our hard drive here, and we need to do a couple of things to remove the Torx security things. Now, here's the thing. I don't have any Torx bits. But from the looks of it, I can shove a flathead in there, and it will fit. Hopefully. So let me get that out. I have a couple of my own screwdrivers here. Gonna angle it weirdly. No? Alright, I expected that. See, it's the end of a spudger. Plier. Tweezers, maybe? Nothing. Actually, I think I might have Torx bits, so let me look into that. Yeah. T something, right? Oh, this is way bigger. Okay. What does it want? Torx. 6mm Torx. That's not a type of Torx. Okay. Well, I can probably check from the at the top of the page. T6 Torx. That's T10, T30. Interesting. Alright. we're gonna have to improvise. Did I really need these posts in here anyway? Nah. Alright, here's the SSD I'm gonna install. Let me check the rest of the guide. Yeah, and then I just reassemble it. It's shaking around a little bit. That's nothing some tape can't fix. I mean, Torx bits were literally created to annoy people. Like, they're not actually meant to be useful. So let's just, how can I keep this secured? I think I'll do tape. Yeah, I'll do tape. Give me a second. So I couldn't remove the posts from the hard drive, but what I did was I used some honest-to-God double-sided tape, like with the stick on both sides, and it appears to be in there quite nicely. So this connection's actually kind of loose. Why? Did I notice that before? I should actually get that. Never mind. All right, give me a second. All this time, but it's good to go now. So now I can close this guy up and install Mac OS. It should be much quicker this time with an SSD. So let me see where the... Oh yeah, battery connection. That makes sense. Can't forget about that. Now it's ready to go back on. Let's get my bit of screws and get the ones in place. So the ones that are shouldered are at the bottom. So these are Phillips, yes. Do you see a difference between them? Too magnetic, huh? I'll put these ones in at an angle. Very important. This is on camera. You should capture every moment of it. My hand's blocking the way. The last shouldered one. This is definitely I'm definitely locking the camera with my hand, but I just want to get these screws in. This one goes in straight down. These are the long boy screws. Alright, so first part is done. Yeah, I don't hear the SSD at all. I think we'll be okay. I'll see you once that's done with that part. Many of you probably noticed that I didn't install the new battery, and that's for a very specific reason. MacBook batteries need to go through a process called battery calibration when they are newly installed. This process is infinitely easier when having a functional operating system on the laptop. For this reason, I will install High Sierra now and then install the new battery. I'm not going to make you guys watch this process, so I'll see you on the other side. So I decided to install Snow Leopard and then do battery calibration just to get it out of the way. So I'll install the new battery, then upgrade from Snow Leopard to El Capitan, then to High Sierra. Okay, so now we're going to do the battery install. But to install the battery, first we have to unbox it. So move the laptop out of the way. And rather do this in frame. Here's the box the battery comes in. Just this here, turn this up. She is. Take this off. This out of the plastic packaging. This stuff over here. It's fine. Here's the battery. That tag's meant to be there. But this very much is not. Take this off. That there or something. And take this off the back from, I don't know. Is this meant to come off? Still has bubbles under it. I think it is. Oh, there it is. This will be tough. Alright. Nice. I think the battery's ready to go. Looks about right. Alright. Well, let's get the laptop out and throw in our replacement. Make sure this is in frame. Alright, nice. I get my cold stud screwdriver. This tri-point. This is Phillips. Alright. Sure, laptop's still in frame. There's some scratches on the bottom of the laptop, but I don't really care about that. I don't really care what the laptop looks like. You're going to really see it. Then the final screw. I want to see what the state of the tape-mounted SSD is. I'm curious about that. Looks pretty much good. On the when it's officially like before I modified it, actually. The hard drive was taped to the battery, so I'm gonna try and see if I can do that here as well. We'll type in the new one, but first we need to have a guide pulled up here. All right, battery connection makes sense. Slow and steady wins the race. Right, bend it back. Don't really care what happens to this battery connector at this point. It's basically trash. Okay, we need our tri-point now. This is our your Phillips, and this be our tri-point. I think these ones are magnetized. Throw them in there. Alright. Peel back this part of the label. Part attached to the DVD drive. That's bad. Don't want that to happen. Okay, we're okay. Removing the label from the battery isn't like that bad on its own, but it's like liability reasons, like so if sent to a battery recycler, they know what kind of battery it is. But it's usually fine. Put this here. Alright. Here's our new battery. This guy in. Alright, now we need to put in our screws. Okay, which one goes on which side? 13 mil is on the right, and the 5.6 is on the left. Okay, it's in. Oh, weird. Oh, am I using the Phillips by accident? No, that's tri-point. It's not pushed in all the way? No, this looks alright. No, that's going in. Looks like. Weird. It's not threading. Oh, is it the battery connector? Is in the way? Be careful about this. I don't wanna damage any of my new parts. Oh, it's not aligned correctly. Yeah, I can see it now. Shit. Did I lose a screw? Shit. It was on there just now. Let me get the other screw in and see what I can do. Yeah. Maybe. Just to align. Okay, yep, that's screwing in. Cool. Everything's still in frame. Oh, I see the screw I almost lost. Close one. Still not making it in. Looks pretty much aligned. Right, extreme microscopic adjustments here. Let me look at the guide I have pulled up here. It's going to be very precise. Can't get this screw in. Can see what it's supposed to go in. Is it? Did I like cross thread that or something? She's got this fan, but don't want to torque it that much. But whatever. It's fine. It's not that dusty. Getting distracted. That's really weird. So I couldn't find anything on it, so I'm probably just gonna have to keep trying. It's just not going in. I don't get it. No. We have to align the screw on the right, then the screw on the left will go in. It's worth a shot. Because I can get this in. A little bit. Be okay. I don't want to keep having to take this out, but whatever. Is this in frame? This is in frame, alright. I think that might be it. Tough. Yeah, I don't know what to do. There's nothing I can do to get this in. Okay, I'll do the one on the left first. That one clearly can go in just fine. And if I can't get the right one in, I'll just not put it on. I mean, it's clearly not moving around that much. If it suddenly, for some reason, decides to thread, this will do that, but I mean... like, really holding it in place here, but it won't thread. This is dumb. Am I missing something? Let me see. Huh. Doesn't look like I'm missing anything. Try point, yes. Be careful that not resist off the board or something. moving that much, but oh, it's magnetizing to the screen. Sorry if this is going out of frame. I just need to get a better look at this. Phillips, that's tri-point. I'm gonna take the battery out again. God, I really hate doing this. I wanna keep doing it, but clearly I do. Did I just cross-thread it or something? Like, that's just that's possible. I could have done that. From what I can see, I mean, let me see if I can thread it in here. Like, let's isolate problems. Okay, this screw just generally does fit in the... It's interesting. I'm trying to see if it's a problem with the battery or the... Like, I could have also just destroyed this. Notice if it's threading perfectly fine. Yeah, it's threading perfectly fine into there. So... we know the actual screw on the thing is fine. So let me see... different when I try and get it through here. It's not doing anything. Well, I mean, maybe with the battery connector installed it'll be fine. Maybe I have to first install the battery connector. Yeah, I'm getting nothing here. Well, it's basically not moving with the connector, battery connector, so it's probably fine. I'm gonna leave this screw. Oh, I really need to get this installed properly. Right over it. You can see it. Yeah, there's nothing I can do. It's not going on. It's not threading. Let me do some more research and see what I can find. So he said. So I saw a comment on the guide that mentioned that screw is the hardest part of the install. So let me smudger up the battery connector. Back, unscrew this part. He said he had to realign it a couple of times to get it right. What we're running into here as well. I can see it. It looks good. That looks good. Yes, yes, it's running, it's running. Nice, nice. Alright. Let's see if I can get this screw in. Is it running? Oh, it feels a lot of resistance on there. Weird. Yeah, it's a weird amount of resistance on the screw. Trying to thread it on there. Wait. That doesn't feel right. My head's in the way. God damn it. Freaking magnet, but it's useful sometimes, but it's also really annoying other times. That resistance on the screw just feels weird. I don't think that's meant to be happening. There we go. That's going in normally now. Feels slightly normally? No, no. God damn it. Come a little bit closer and then. It's going in. Don't see an issue with that. So I think I really stripped the screw. That's fine. Well, I know the battery's in. Alright. Alright, I think that's good. Let's get this guy sealed up. You guys watch the entire grueling process. I have to go through. You have to go through it too. I have to get my Phillips screwdriver. This is a shouldered one. Excuse this thing if you want. Tiny screws in this thing are awful. Let's know with this. Everything else should just be software related, I hope. I was actually dreading the software part the most because it's usually the most painful, but no, I'm kind of glad I'm done with installing all the hardware. Damn it. What? Oh, there it is. Got scared there for a second. Alright, it's done. This guy over, and let's do battery calibration. See you guys when that's done. So now my MacBook is fully serviced and functioning, but High Sierra is getting kind of old. It hasn't gotten security updates since late 2020, and its age is starting to show. But I can't do anything about it because this laptop doesn't officially support anything newer. But unofficially, may I introduce you to OpenCore Legacy Patcher. I'm going to be using it to install Big Sur on the MacBook. Just like the High Sierra install, I'm not going to make you watch this, so I'll see you on the other side. macOS is a great operating system, but it has its limitations. There are pros and cons of different OSs, and I want to play games on my laptop, so I'm going to install Windows 10. Now this computer doesn't have official driver support for Windows 10, but I can try to run the driver installer in compatibility mode for Windows 8.1 and see where it gets me. Of course, with hardware this old, you can run into issues trying to play games on it. The GPU in this laptop, the Intel HD 3000, supports DirectX 11, kind of. It supports feature level 10_1 of DX11, which means that newer DX11 games may not run. We're going to have to keep this in mind when I begin evaluating the Windows experience of this laptop. But first, we need to look at macOS. Overall, using macOS on this laptop is quite nice. Also, I lied. I installed Monterey instead of Big Sur. I need security patches, and Ventura and Sonoma are slower than Monterey, so I went with that. Apps load pretty fast for a 12-year-old computer, and running multiple apps works fine. I have a copy of PyCharm and MC Creator for development on here as well. As for High Sierra, it's faster than Monterey, but hasn't received a security patch since 2020, and many newer apps fail to run on it. Back to Monterey, many apps don't run, including my video editing software. I wager this has to do with the metal acceleration patches OpenCore is using. Surprisingly, Roblox works and runs at playable frame rates. I was more expecting it to break because of metal support, but I guess it still uses OpenGL. After using Roblox on this some more, I've noticed there are some weird issues with textures. Sometimes it looks like there are lines going through them, like blue or orange lines. Like they're super saturated compared to the rest of the texture. This might have something to do with graphics acceleration. Maybe this GPU just doesn't support the right version of OpenGL for Roblox, but I don't know. So, Windows. I failed. I followed the instructions on the OpenCore guide. I tried this laptop's drivers and the workaround where you install the 2013 Mac Pro drivers, but nothing worked. As a matter of fact, the Intel HD Graphics 3000 in this laptop actually don't have drivers for Windows 10. I find this unreasonable when the GPU was released only 4 years before Windows 10. It wasn't even that old when it got its support dropped. That explains why Apple only allows you to install Windows 8.1, 8, or 7 on here. So what I did instead was install Linux Mint. It has proper driver support for everything, even stuff like the keyboard backlight and function keys. While some don't work, all the ones that do are properly mapped.
Now I installed Roblox on macOS, because Roblox doesn't have a Linux client. Anyway, I installed Steam, and here's a list of games that I tried, through Proton or natively if it's supported. Pretty alright. I want to give a special shout out to Portal 2, which at around medium settings was very playable. I connected an Xbox controller and just began playing Steam Workshop levels, just like normal. I also used PCSX2, which didn't run full speed most of the time. Additionally, I also installed Source Filmmaker, which didn't work. It opened, but was simply too buggy, slow, and unstable to use. It crashed constantly, and I couldn't even get all my Steam Workshop content installed. By the way, it's running through Proton. There are a couple of issues with this machine that apply to both operating systems. One is the fans. It's generally pretty quiet, but when the fans go, they go. Second is the temperature. More specifically, the aluminum unibody. If I pick this thing up where the hinge is, I'll have to put it down soon, or I'll get burns. This thing's chassis gets hot. Also, the battery life is pretty bad, especially compared to newer ARM-based Macs. Overall, I'm quite happy with this laptop. For a little under $200, this thing can browse the web, watch videos, listen to music, and play light games. If you want to replicate this yourself, it'll be about $280, give or take how much you want to gamble on a parts-only laptop that will hopefully only have a broken hard drive. Before I end, I'm just going to show a bunch of other things that happen in this process. Pause the video if you want to read them. Otherwise, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.